Hey guys, welcome back to Behind the Grape. Tonight we are going to stay with our local focus, supporting our local wineries, because once again we are in that state of lockdown. And as much as the restaurants and hotels are suffering, like I've said before, our wineries are suffering as well. Our beer makers, our cideries, they're all suffering because foot traffic's down, restaurants aren't open, so they're not selling the cases that they normally would. And I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but a couple nights ago I did an interview with Daniel Speck of Henry of Pelham, and a wine came up that I hadn't really thought of in a number of years, and I wanted to take a look at it and see how it is today. I mean, to be fair, I haven't tasted this wine in probably 10 years. It just kind of fell off my radar. I've always known it was there, but I went other directions when building my wine programs. And that is the Henry of Pelham Baco Noir from the Speck family. So Daniel, Matthew, and Paul, the owners of Henry of Pelham, made by winemaker Lawrence Bueller down in Niagara on the Lake. So let's get into this wine. Baco Noir, not a grape that a lot of people are familiar with. You do see some of it in the Loire. You see some small amounts in the Loire, I should say. See some in Oregon, but really you see it here also in Canada and in Niagara. It's a grape that does well in cool climates, and in fact, this particular wine has been said to be probably the best production of Baco that people have tasted. I believe Natalie McLean had said that in one of her articles. It was the best Baco she'd ever tasted. High praise from Natalie McLean for the Henry of Pelham and for the Speck brothers. Baco is a hybrid grape, Fauve Blanche, and blended with a few North American varietals. It was created in 1902 by Francois Baco. And like I say, it's made its way to a few different areas, but it's really found a home in Niagara. And as I was saying with Daniel the other night, this wine is the wine that really turned me on to Henry of Pelham. It was the wine that was really brought to the forefront of this is what Henry of Pelham is. And he was mentioning the other night that they've actually planted even more Baco this year for future vintages. So it's been a workhorse grape for them down at the winery, but one that maybe a lot of people don't know enough about because it doesn't come up with your Pinots, your Cabs, your Syrah, your Merlots. Baco, wow, what's that? So let's get into this wine. Right away, I'm struck by the color. This is a deep, deep red, and it's got a little purple violet outer rim. It's really clean. Again, it's got nice viscosity. It's about a medium viscosity. The legs are coming down. The tears are coming down nicely. They're not too thick. But, the proof of the wine is always on the nose and on the palate. So let's take a look at that. Oh. It's a lot more floral than I remember it from times past. But this is black fruit dominated. A little sweet black plum, sweet black cherry, some kir, some chocolate, and some cocoa nibs. There's a bit of a dill and vanillin in there. Bright purple flowers. Nutmeg and cardamom, those great baking spices. It is aged in American oak, I believe for 24 months. I'll have to double check the aging on that. There's a little bit of a red fruit coming through here now, and it's all very fresh and sweet. It's like a fresh strawberry. But that cocoa nib and chocolate's really coming through on the nose for me right now. Well, let's taste it. Wow. I have to be honest. My first introduction with Baco, I wasn't blown away by it, but I also didn't understand it, and I was still going through a lot of stuff in wines. This is delicious. It's a medium body, medium alcohol, but 13%. But the fruit, the structure of the fruit it is so fresh, and there's just a little bit of sweetness to it. So again, there's that sweet black cherry, black fig, black cassis, the kefir, the chocolate, the cocoa nib. So velvety tannins, great acidity, medium acidity, and those purple flowers showing up on the palate, the nutmeg, the cardamom, the baking spices, much less of the vanilla that I was perceiving on the nose. But it's like velvet. It's like a velvet glove on the palate. I mean, this is truly delicious for $15, $16. Unreal. I need to get more of this. It's got great length, it's got a great finish. Again, I'm still tasting the sweet black fruit right here in the back of my palate. And it's like my mouth is wearing a glove. It really is outstanding. What would I do with this? A little ossobuco, little braised meats, maybe some wild game, braised wild game. Nothing too powerful, because again, it is so velvety. I want something with maybe some richness to prop it up a bit more. But an outstanding wine. So if you're looking for something different, something unique, something family owned, check out the Henry of Pelham Baco Noir. It is available from the winery. It's also available through their agents here in the city. Our local agent would be Penelope Irving. But again, you can reach out to the winery. They'll deliver it straight to your door. For $15, you can't go wrong. It's a great wintertime wine. Well, support local, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.